Malaysia's Prime Minister says he sees the possibility of a reduction in threatened US tariffs. Washington has agreed to further talks after imposing and then suspending a 24% tariff rate early last month. But Anwar Ibrahim warned economic growth could take a hit and come in below the target of 4.5 to 5.5% for this year. Melissa Go with this report.
It's the first time that the parliament convened since US dropped the bombshell and unleashed the tariff crisis. MPs from both sides of the political divide were firing away with burning questions and suggested responses.
Menteri Ekonomi berada di Malaysia. Hari ini pun ada dengan cerita dia nak masuk, tadi tak masuk lagi ya. Sepatutnya dia bersama.
Saya rasa bahawa magnitude krisis ini adalah sama dengan COVID.
Malaysia is facing a 24% import tariff from the US unless an agreement is struck between both countries before the 90 days pause expires in July. Now, the public and industries, including SMEs, are anxious.
I think there's a lot of fear moving forward. People are not sure what to do. Should you be investing? Should you be changing your partners? What do you do? So I think that certainty is biting the SME a lot more than the tariff itself.
Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, who's also Finance Minister, was quick to allay concerns, including rolling out government credit guarantee and easing financing scheme to ease cash flows of affected SMEs. Now, although Malaysia's trade-reliant economy may not meet its growth forecast, he said it has the fiscal space to weather the economic headwinds. Now, he also expressed optimism that US may relent on its tariff stance.
Kita alu-alukan pengakuan dan kerjasama Amerika Syarikat untuk berunding lebih lanjut dengan Malaysia. Dan terdapat kemungkinan setakat ini untuk mengurangkan tarif timbal balik yang dikenakan.
Over 13% of the country's exports go to the United States, and mostly in electrical and electronic products, such as semiconductors. Now, although chips are exempted from tariff now, Malaysia is at risk of losing the exemption as US steps up probe against transshipment offences. Now, to tackle the problem, the Trade Ministry is tightening audit on all shipments going to the States.
We have made an announcement just now that any issuance of certificate of origin for products that is going to the United States are no longer under the domain of the chambers. We given authority to the chambers before this, but now is under the authority of BT.
He was in Washington late last month and met US Trade Representative Ambassador Jamieson Greer and Commerce Secretary Howard Ludnig. Both sides, he said, have agreed to negotiate, including having a technology safeguards agreement. Now, Trade Ministry Deputy Secretary General Mastura Ahmad will lead Malaysia in a trade negotiations. Now, Malaysia, as ASEAN chair this year, is also expanding intra-regional trade and diversifying into new markets. It's hosting ASEAN Summit with Gulf nations and China end of May, while ASEAN trade ministers will have virtual meeting with the Chinese counterpart on May 19th. Melissa Go, CNA, Kuala Lumpur.